Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga. I started making YouTube videos right after my divorce to document for myself and my closest friends how I am reinventing myself and my whole life. If you're not a friend but you still found this video, take it as a sign. Like and subscribe to my channel. In this video, I want to tell you how I deal with depression and what helps me get out of it relatively quickly. I hope it can inspire others going through the same, but I'm not a medical professional, so please don't use this video as a diagnosis or as a replacement for professional therapy. I used to experience depressional phases very frequently in my 20s, and every time it hit me, it lasted about a month, and it pushed me into complete isolation from others and flooded my head with suicidal thoughts. And I tried lots of different therapy techniques, and I believe everything has added to my healing process, but finding my own little tools is what truly helped me get to a point where now I experience it maybe 1 or 2 times a year if something triggers my childhood wounds or CPTSD. But my success lies in the fact that I can go through it without any significant damage within a couple of hours and come out feeling relatively okay instead of looking and feeling drained and like a zombie like I used to. I may never completely eliminate depression from my life, but I'm certainly getting a grip on it, getting better and better at handling it and not letting it affect my mental and physical health and my relationships as much as I used to. I truly feel that I finally gained control over it. Man, it took a couple of decades and a lot of relationships. And the feeling of being able to defeat it, it certainly brings me a sense of power and confidence. So I just like to share my story with you because hopefully it can inspire you or others. So I have struggled with depression all my adult life, and I recently learned that I have complex PTSD, CPTSD, and I found this wonderful woman on YouTube who calls herself the crappy childhood fairy. I will link her in the description below, and she refers to it as childhood PTSD because it normally comes from traumas we suffered as kids, like violence, abuse, neglect, and so on, and it certainly makes an impact on our brain. PTSD impacts brain function. It causes damage, like biological changes in your brain. Like your brain is basically equipped with an alarm system that normally helps ensure your survival. And with PTSD, these systems becomes overly sensitive and can get triggered easily. And the parts of your brain responsible for thinking and memory can stop functioning properly. When this occurs, it's hard to separate safe events happening now and dangerous events that happened in the past. So basically, you will likely overreact. At the level of a child, you suffered your first trauma at. So if you were abused at 3 and you get the same trigger even as a 40-year-old, you would likely react and behave as the 3-year-old in you. I scared a lot of people away and damaged lots of relationships because of this. If this sounds too familiar to you, I suggest you also go and educate yourself on the topic at Crappy Childhood Fairy's YouTube channel. She has all the knowledge and understanding, like she suffered of the same thing, so she really understands the process and how to deal with it. And if you also understand it, it can make a huge difference in your life. Listening to people like her has helped me a lot with handling my depressional phases in a more conscious way. Because when I get into depression, I lose my mind. I get this brain fog, and it's like it's not me anymore, and I'm not thinking clear, and I act out of a fear response. What also changed my life is looking at the state of depression in a more spiritual way, learning from Abraham Hicks that when I slip into this distorted mental state, when I'm feeling horrible about things, others, and myself, it only means that I have slipped off from my alignment with my higher self. I lost my balance, and it's nothing but a vibrational discord or a misalignment, as in I'm far from where and how my higher self is, and the goal is to get back to it, right? So this info helps me diagnose it in me relatively early. It's a bit like how the air smells different right before the rain. Like you can tell it's about to rain. And in that little time frame, that little window, you have to act fast before that complete brain fog hits you and you cannot think clearly anymore. This is a time you could do your meditation, for example. Like any kind of meditation that can connect you back to your higher, wiser self, to find that balance. And if you meditate regularly, like every day, with time, you can learn to create this separation in you where you are not your thoughts anymore, but the thinker of the thoughts. And that is when you have the ability to sort of step back watch yourself, your feelings, your thoughts and actions like if you were an outsider. And that can give you control over how you react, or if you react at all. And that is the hardest to learn. Like at 41, I was finally able to do it for the first time. A couple of weeks ago, I actually felt that depression was lurking around the corner, and I thought I could protect myself from it, but it still got me. It dragged me down to that deep, endless darkness again. But this time, the first time in my life, I was able to experience it while a part of me still kind of staying conscious and watching myself go through it. It was really tough, and the emotional suffering also manifested as a physical pain. Like I was truly suffering on every level, but I was also standing there in the back, like watching myself from outside. And that clear thinking part of me was like, okay, you got this, let it swallow you, chew you up and spit you out. And I wait for you here, you got this. All your thoughts and feelings now are distorted. Don't give them too much focus. Don't take that for reality. They are all coming from fear, childhood trauma, abandonment, whatever. And you think you are in danger right now. You think you are not loved and you are abandoned, but you know you are okay. You've been through this many times. Just make sure that you don't act. Don't react. Just stay calm and let it pass. And this clear-headed part of me, this calm part of me, helped me get some conscious moments in. So I wasn't completely dissociated. And it helped me keep all my suffering to myself, not to do or say or text anything stupid to all those I care about. Because I normally push people away. I say things that I don't mean. I burn down connections. I break up with people. But this time I just kept all that fire inside me. And man, it was painful. But I did it. And when it ended and the flame went out, there was me in a fetal position, bruised and hurt, and but knowing that my relationships were safe, and that brought me peace. I just started to date someone who I really adore and care about, and I want to do everything I can to protect my relationship with him. I never felt this way about anyone before, and I knew I had to keep him at a safe distance, and I was so happy that I could protect him from this. To be honest, I even texted him saying that, hey, I'm going through something right now. I will kind of withdraw a little and we'll be quiet for a while, but it has nothing to do with you. I actually had no idea how long it will last, but I warned him and I wanted to make him feel safe. And I actually also blocked him on my phone to make sure that I get no text from him and I don't text him either. And luckily, and to my biggest surprise, I was back to normal in about 3 hours. So I just texted him again saying, hey, I'm good, I'm back. And this was such a pivotal moment in my life because for the very first time I felt that I can handle this. I have control over my emotions and my reactions, and that gave my confidence back. So what helped me to get to this level, to keep a conscious part of me totally sane and stop me from overreacting? Lots of meditation, as in daily meditation. Also lots of listening to Abraham Hicks and the Crappy Childhood Fairy, who all broke down for me what is happening to me emotionally, vibrationally, and even physically. What is going on in my brain and why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling and how I can change that. I think it's really important. It is actually key to understand what depression really is for those suffering from it. It doesn't have to be a condition that you are a victim of and you never have the power over. No. It is what it is, and you can heal from it, or at least find a handle on it and take back control. But let me share another tool with you that helped me last year when I was far from where I am at right now. Because after my divorce, there was a couple of very low moments when I was so close to committing suicide. I felt like useless and hopeless, a total failure, and I honestly had no desire to carry on anymore because I felt like I will never heal, I will never find happiness again, and I've already wasted my whole life, and I'm not lovable, and I'm not good for anything, blah, 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 blah. And then I thought, okay, I clearly want a relief, right? Like, I need a different feeling. I need to change the way I'm feeling right now, and I want a relief from all this and the pain. I understood that it's not death that I'm desiring, it is the relief that I want. So, okay, what if I give myself 3 months, and if nothing changes in 3 months, I just go and do it. I find a way to kill myself. Like, I let myself do it. It's okay. But what if I just give myself 3 months? That's it. I've got nothing to lose. Let's just see if things can change for me. What if I make the effort for the last time and things turn out differently? What if something unexpected occurs? Like, this mentality helped me give it a last shot, carry on out of curiosity, and because I truly thought that, why not? I've got nothing to lose. So I did carry on and things did change. Other very important tools are my feel-good rituals, and daily meditation of course is a part of this, but also like being out in nature, spending time at the lake, in the forest. Another important thing is that clinicians suggest is exercising, like regularly. It can help you change your whole vibration. It has its proven benefits. And the last but not least important factor is having human connections, like kind, loving, supporting friends and family. But not everyone, not all of us has that, and even if we do, we tend to push them away during our depressional phases, so not many stay. Therefore, the other feel-good rituals can be key in watching out for yourself. The biggest of all these tools, I think, is meditation. Like regular meditation or practice has a powerful impact on your mind and your body. Like it can actually rewire your brain. It helps you be able to separate yourself from your thoughts and understand that you are the thinker of the thoughts, and you can change your thoughts if you want to or need to in order to feel better. Regular meditation helps promote neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change, so to even heal those changes your brain suffered from trauma. According to scientists and the latest research on neuroplasticity, it says that these things are actually reversible, so that's good news for us. Thanks to Abraham Hicks, I became very conscious about the way I feel in every moment. I used to look at myself like a victim of these mood clouds, coming and raining on me and making me miserable, until I actually learned that I don't have to be a victim of anything. Like I have control over my thoughts, and what I think in the moment can influence how I feel. So I kept practicing, and now I have confidence in knowing that I am responsible for my emotions, and I have the power to change my feelings, my whole mood, if I want to. And this skill or knowing gives so much freedom and relief and confidence, to be honest. I also learned that I need to feel needed, useful, not to society necessarily, but to myself, to my life. I need to have a sense of purpose. It doesn't have to be that life purpose, with a capital P. It can be just a little, I don't know, like sense of purpose in your daily life. Like I have to water my plants, I have to take care of my cat. Just anything minor will do. Basically something that gives you a reason to wake up, something that keeps your mind busy, something that requires you to set goals and be able to reach them too, so you can have a sense of achievement or success. That's very important to me. That's what I found. Like even publishing YouTube videos, that was actually one of the main reasons why I started after my divorce, when I was really depressed. To keep my mind occupied, which I would do anyway, but to do it in a way where I have to follow a pattern, a schedule, have to be committed, dedicated to something, like publishing 1 or 2 videos a week. And even if no one watching, because actually that was something I was hoping for, like no one would watch it, I wasn't doing it for the likes and views and subscribers. In fact, I wanted as few people to see it as possible. But for me, this whole platform was like an accountability partner, like it kind of helped me get out of that deep, dark pattern or that phase where I was like, oh, I've got nothing to do apart from my work, and there's just no purpose in my life. It's just so pointless for me to carry on. So I was like, no matter how busy I get or how depressed I may be, I still gotta sit down and squeeze some sense out of my head, put it on paper because it helps my thinking process, and then record it, edit it, and publish it. It gave this sense of purpose, and every time I reached my weekly goals, it just gave me this boost, this sense of success. But it could be anything, like reading a book a week or exercising once a day, like basically anything that you find a meaning in. And anything that would require you to be disciplined and committed and dedicated to something. Something that gives you a reason to get up, like a purpose to keep pushing, and something that has a potential to reward you with a sense of achievement and success. So these are my self-help tools to overcome my depression. And I hope you found 1 or 2 of these inspiring or helpful for yourself. And I would love to read your own tools. If you have any, like share them with me in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please also consider subscribing to my channel, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.